around town. Langley didn't do the podcast last week because he was getting a colonoscopy with two hands on his shoulders.
I mean,
or no, a prostate exam. That's what I meant.
it's kind of weird, but we'll roll with that. Trying to see if we're up. We should be. Yep. All right. My camera's much better on my phone than on my Surface.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I know you get to see how pretty I am now. All right. Got some people coming in. Jaden over here, already complaining. He's getting practiced up for next weekend, I think. He likes to complain a lot when he's racing, so. All right, let's get into this. Episode 84. 84 of the Pit Chatter podcast, presented by Yoder's Custom Meat Processing. And you know what they say, Noah?
Can't beat that meat.
Yeah. I mean, I had to check, make sure you weren't froze up over there for a second, the way things have been going tonight.
I'm looking at the results. They done called it already. That's crazy. Anyway.
Yeah. Listen, are you looking for the results from Charlotte? Did they call that already, or what happened there?
They called a company that had a grader, a couple of them, man. That's what they're calling.
They're gonna need it. I will go ahead and tell you, they are definitely gonna need that for sure.
At least they figured it out this past week.
Yeah, well, they used all the local guys as the guinea pigs, I guess, to get the track right for the World Finals. So
yeah, thank God.
Yeah, for sure. Jaden Austin said, "When have I ever complained? When has he ever not complained? I mean, every time I ask him to do something, he complains. Every time he's at the racetrack, he complains. Every time he's on the phone, he complains."
He's already complained about his car being too slow. He ain't even drove it yet.
Well, I mean, there's a pretty good chance that you're bringing a knife to a machine gun fight.
We've been cheating that thing up for weeks now.
What did you have to do to it? That thing's been cheated up since last year.
It was an outlaw. It was legal.
This year.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. You're right.
It was legal the year before too.
Wilton Maxey, he's trying to jump into the topics of the day already. He said, so Langley is promoting Pulaski County too. Noah Hinchee is the promoter of Motor Mom, right?
Yeah, I'd love to, but at the same time, I would not love to.
Yeah, I understand. Man, we're like 4 minutes in, and no Blake Melvin, no Kent Chrisley. I mean, this is weird.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, I reckon.
I mean, I know we're live because we got Jaden and Wilton Maxey in here, but I'm not sure what's going on. All right, so we're I'm having to do things a little differently this week. I'm on my phone. That's why you see me looking up at the screen so that I can keep up with the chat, because it's not very easy to do from the phone. So Blake Melvin is here. Said he just made it into the building. He's been hiding out. He's been hiding out for the last couple of days. Last 2 days, he's been at that Mexican joint there by the Tractor Supply in Madison, North Carolina, trying to catch a little bit of news on 311. Might be a good idea to be there. One day this week. Who knows? Dale Steele jumping in. He said he's here. Glad to have you, Dale. Dale, of course, him and his family, they run State Line go-kart track. I believe they got one
Go.
more this weekend. You know, just listen. Don't be hating on go-karts just because you can't fit in one. Okay.
Oh, I can fit in one.
you
Not comfortable.
you can fit one on you, maybe. Just saying.
Yeah, I can get one. I can tear it up.
Oh, no, there's no doubt in my mind that you would tear it up. No doubt in my mind. Lauren Yoder jumping in. He said, "Got my dump truck loaded and ready to head to Pulaski County Speedway or Pulaski
Lauren's
County
got
Motorsports Bar."
dumpy.
Yeah. Listen, here's my thing about Lauren. So this guy wants to dump dirt on uh Motor Mile or Pulaski County or whatever name they're going by this week. New River Valley Speedway. Uh but he doesn't want any dirt on Franklin County.
Now, Motor Mile, that might be pretty legit.
Well, I'll tell you
Them late
this.
models would be ripping around that thing.
Oh my God, would they ever? That would make an amazing dirt track. I mean, the only problem is it's just a little too big. If it was the same layout that it has, but you just shrunk it down just a little bit, man, I think it'd be amazing. It'd be a fast one for sure. Barry Wilson jumping in here. He said it's still a junkyard. Last time he went by, he's talking about 311, and yep, it is still a junkyard. And who knows, may stay that way for a long time, or maybe getting cleaned up tomorrow. I don't know. Go by there and see if it's getting cleaned up tomorrow, Barry, and let us know. Report back
Even
to
if,
us.
even if they're racing there, it'll still be a junkyard.
No,
Y'all can't drive, so
I don't. We don't tear up near as much stuff on dirt as we did on asphalt. So
yeah. Hold on, you're saying that from Ararat's perspective.
okay, fair enough. And yes, Ararat is a different animal. I have learned just how different of an animal Ararat is. The more I talk to other promoters and other people in dirt racing, they're like, "Well, what you're having, what you're doing there, what's going on there, that doesn't really work, in the real world of dirt racing." And I'm like, I thought I was in the real world, but apparently
Compared to
not.
a lot of other tracks, it seems that Ararat, as far as crashing goes, seems to be a lot more forgiving.
It is. I mean, you're
than
going a lot
any of the
slower too. See, and somebody, Blake Melvin will probably get upset when I say this, but Ararat is the Bowman Gray of dirt racing from the aspect of speeds. So Bowman Gray, you're not getting up that much speed. And when they crash, they don't really tear that much up. Bodies go flying everywhere and stuff happens, but Ararat from that perspective, obviously not from the fighting and crashing perspective, but from that perspective, Ararat's very similar to Bowman Gray in that nature, which is cool. You know, I like the lesser speeds. They tear up less stuff and they can come back and race the next week. It's kind of good from the promoter standpoint, anyways.
I guess so. But every once in a while,
Yeah.
you want to see a good old fashioned wreck.
Well, I mean, listen. You can see some wrecks. We've had a flip and a guy on the side of the wall, and hell, the last race we didn't get to do a podcast last week, and I hate that because the last race, so 2 weeks ago now, the last race we got into Crown Vics. We had us a little head on incident under caution. Alex Eastridge from Withville, he came out there and he I don't know exactly what happened. I'm not gonna share my opinion because I didn't really see it. I don't even know. But he got bumped around a little bit, and I don't believe he liked it very much. And he went head on with Ryan Oakes under caution in turn 4. And well, let me just say, it did not work out for him because he destroyed his car because he didn't have a good bumper on the front of it. And the bumper on the front of that 83 of Ryan Oakes, that thing should be studied. Okay. That thing could survive a nuclear war. All right. There's no damage whatsoever to his car that I could tell.
This all sounds so familiar.
What is it? What is it? What do you mean it sounds familiar?
See, in a little place called Franklin County Speedway about 2 years ago,
Yeah.
opening night, I believe we
Oh
saw
my
the
God.
exact
Yeah.
same situation. And the perpetrator destroyed his car.
You
And
do make a good point.
the guy on the receiving end was racing the next day. So
Yeah, of course. You're speaking of Wesley Givens and John Morton, and I remember that. Yeah, now that you mention it, I had forgot all about that. Yeah, you're exactly right. No doubt about that. Um, doing this on my phone's gonna be hard because I get so many damn notifications. I mean, this thing just notifying me like crazy over here. Can't see half the screen. It's terrible. Um, but anyways, um, all of that happened. The 83 was no worse for wear. Continued on. I don't know where he finished. Doesn't even matter. Out of that Alex Eastridge, um he ended up getting suspended. He got a 6-month suspension and a $500 fine for his actions. So good times.
He got what?
6 month suspension and a $500 fine.
I don't think he's going to be back.
I don't think he was coming back anyways. And that's kind of why that works out good. You know, you can set the tone on how a penalty is going to be assessed on a guy who's probably not going to race with you again anyways. So kind of works out good. Works out good for sure. Oh my God, this guy, Nathan Vance. He said, "Hey guys, I'm here. Any single pit lizards available?"
Oh, him and his sister must have split up. My thoughts and prayers are with you, brother.
Yeah. Blake Melvin said that I was right about right about that, but at least you can pass without dumping the guy in front of you at Ararat. And that's true. You can. Oh man, here we go. Wilton Maxey jumping in the comments with a zinger for old Noah here. He said Noah said Speedway.
At that time, it was Speedway.
Oh my God. What Adam? What do I need to update my glasses prescription with? What happened? What did I miss? I probably missed a whole lot, but what did I miss? I mean, I often miss a lot, but all right. Listen, while we're waiting on some comments to come in, because we enjoy talking to the people that watch this more than we enjoy talking about racing. Well, maybe equally, anyways. We mentioned Charlotte, and of course, your name's got the Charlotte track prep crew in it, and Blake Melvin said, "Let's talk about old Charlotte from last week." Well, let's talk about it.
What are you trying to say about my crew? Those guys did a bang up job. That was the best that track has ever been.
Well, listen,
I hear a word.
Personally, I think the track prep crew did a great job for what they had, and maybe for whatever knowledge they had. I don't know. I don't know who was doing it. I don't know what they've done in the past. I don't know how all that works out. But you know, they were dealt with a situation. I guess they opened the track pretty deep, um, um, and it got a lot of rain. And, there's some discrepancies on how much rain they got. Some people say it was only 3 inches of rain, and other people say, well, it was 11, 12, 14 inches of rain. There's all kinds of stories and all kinds of thoughts that people have, and versions of the story. And I don't know which one is true, and I really don't care.
Well, see, here's what we did. Because it rained so much, we needed to get that water out of there quickly. So we decided to dig a couple trenches to let the water flow out of the track. And it worked like a charm. That water was out of there.
Yeah.
It was so out of there, it was dusty as hell.
Yeah, I don't know what track you were at, but there was no dust there. So, well, there was a minor amount of dust by the time they got to the features on
I just watched the 602s and 604. That shit was dusty as hell.
It really wasn't that dusty though. If you call that dusty, if you'd have came to the dust bowl that we had, you'd have said, "Damn man, you'd have never thought there was any dust at all there."
I'm an asphalt guy though, so any dust is too much for me.
Yeah. Wilton Maxey chiming in. He said that's the best track prep for smart modified. So I mean,
after I took our skills from the Smart Mod night, and I went to Charlotte. They hired me, and we got it done. That's all.
Yeah. Jaden Austin said a little quick greet. It would have been all right. I mean, it would have been all right. All right. It would have killed somebody, but it would have been all right.
I kept seeing stuff online, and I figured it was just because there wasn't a whole lot of racing going on.
Yeah.
That's why because everything I would scroll in, like every third post was like, "This track sucks. It's so rough. Oh my god."
Yeah.
And then finally, I saw that picture of the modified that was approximately 3.5 to 4 feet up in the air. Like, whoa, okay. It's a little rough.
There was quite a few race cars that looked like Air Jordan out there, trying to give a slam dunk. Oh my God, it was bad. And flips, I think they had five, I believe. No, yeah, five. Don't quote me on this. I'm really bad, but I think there was five in the Seahawk. So in the Hornets, they were trying to take out all my cars for the 10K. I wasn't happy about that. That wasn't good. There was 83 of them there on the property, so we're not going to get 83.
Yeah.
So that race paid 2,500 to win. They probably destroyed $25,000 worth of equipment, maybe $250,000 worth of equipment if you want to take all the divisions.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
bad.
I'd
It was
say
bad.
a lot.
Robert Austin chiming in. He said he's heading to Charlotte tomorrow. Dust will be bad. There's no doubt. They probably ain't going to put water on that thing all weekend after last week. Um Blake Melvin said it'll probably be smooth as a baby's ass this week for World Finals. Yeah, well, I mean,
Oh, you
they
better.
got it all out of the way this past weekend.
I'm sure they already got 8 representatives down there.
Yeah, well,
Everything be like, y'all better not mess this one up.
they better get one that knows what the hell they're doing. That's all I can tell you. Because I'm not saying they didn't last weekend, but it sure didn't look like it. I mean, and granted, there's nothing you can do about the weather. If they got as much rain as they said, then I mean, and if they had opened it up as deep, I mean, which was not the smartest thing in the world, but who am I to judge? I had my own. I've had my own issues this year. We've mostly had great, great track, and you know.
Hey, see, I'm still green to all this. I don't understand what if it was really that bad. Obviously, it was so bad you could just look at it and tell it was going to be bad.
Oh yeah.
Why can't we say, all right, we're pushing everything back a little bit, and we're going to try to at least make this a little bit better?
I think they pushed it back 2 days. I mean, I don't know what else they could have done.
But I don't mean like push it back a day. Like, hey guys, we're going to go out of here for an hour and try to make us a little.
Yeah, listen.
Why is that not an option?
They did. They redid the track in between qualifying and heat races, I think, and it didn't help. I mean, it did, but it didn't help enough to matter. It was bad.
At some point, if it didn't help, I would just sent one of them damn asphalt rollers out there. We would just be running.
Well, it's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because they had exactly one of those, and they tried to fix it with that, and that did not work either. See, you're thinking about things from the wrong perspective. We're over here in a cornfield, okay, and you're over here at an asphalt plant, and those two don't go together. Okay, didn't work.
They don't go together.
Well, they don't go together at all. Yeah, a lot of cars crashed up. Let's see. Dale Steele said you're gonna to tie his ass to a pole and make him watch a dirt race. Just one race. Don't stand for all. Dale's coming after you. He's tying your ass to a pole. Okay.
I've seen plenty of dirt races. I broke my record for most dirt races attended this year.
2.
3.
Oh my God, you got the 3. Holy
I went to
smokes.
3. I went to Ararat twice, and I went to Badger Bridge.
Blake Melvin said the smartest ones was the ones who looked at the track Saturday morning and put it on the trailer, and I would say there's quite a few of those. I can't blame him. Rod Washburn, I seen that he had loaded up. He was one of the smartest guys there, so I wouldn't have taken my car out there.
Takes a very strong person to be able to do that.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you're going to show up for a race, it takes a lot of guts to load up.
To fight that competitiveness and say no, we're just gonna. I don't think I could do that. If we get down there next weekend and the track is an absolute shit show, I'm gonna say, Jaden, get out there and drive that damn car. I don't care.
Yeah. John Campbell, and listen, the track will not look like that. I don't care what we got to do; it will not look.
You would have to try on purpose to get it that bad.
Yeah. We probably would there. I mean, Ararat's. I'm gonna. These words ain't gonna taste good, but by comparison, Ararat is easy to prep compared to Charlotte. So, John Campbell said, "Did y'all see the new water truck at Weber Valley dirt track? It got the crowd soaked with water." Well, listen, I'm pretty sure they had that jet that dumped the water on Weaver Valley. I'm pretty sure that's what happened in Charlotte. Okay, pretty sure they dumped that jet on there about 37 times because it was bad.
See, what had happened was is I sent a couple of my guys to Weaver Valley to help out for the week too.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, a few too many bush lights were consumed.
that's that. What are y'all should be the bush light, track prep crew. I mean, you should be for sure,
But
for
part of the
sure.
Bush sponsorship was we have to drink at least 14 beers per race day. So, it makes it kind of hard, but, we love Bush. We love our partners in Bush. So we're going to keep doing it.
Oh God, you're an idiot. All
Holy
right,
hell, Franklin County's doing something. Sorry.
I mean, this guy over here, he worries about everything but racing when we're doing this.
It's
Everything
the
but
future
racing.
of our nation. Okay?
Yeah. Blake Melvin said, "How many protests are you expecting for the 10K race?" I mean, listen, if you look at the rule book and the way it's written, and I've had a lot of conversations about it, not many, because there ain't that many things that you can check. I mean, there's some basic things. So I mean, 4 or 5 at the most. I don't anticipate any, but 4 or 5 at the most, maybe. I don't know. Barry Wilson said there was more drinking than prepping.
I don't even know if there'd be 4 or 5 protests.
I don't think there'll be any.
Everybody loves to say they'll protest. The only person I've literally ever seen that says they're going to protest and they protested was Wes.
Yeah.
And that happened one time. Since that day, he has said approximately 83 times that he was protesting.
And not done it. Yeah.
Everybody, especially the mini stock guys.
Speaking of Bush, Wilton Maxey says he loves Bush. I'm not sure that that's the proper spelling, or maybe that's what he meant. I'm not
That's a
100%
different kind
sure.
of Bush right there.
So yeah,
Will loves the
about
Bush.
knocked my phone over. Um, what else we got? What else happened? Oh, Motor Mile, man. So Pulaski County, Wilton, mentioned it earlier. Did you see their press release yesterday? Oh, I know you did because you made some really dumb comments on there. So I know you seen it.
It wasn't a dumb comment.
Uh, I mean, have they called you for you to be interviewed yet to be the guy?
They did. I turned it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So according to their press release, racing will return to the Speedway and Dragway next year in 2026. Over the past several months, the authority and the county, well, I don't know what the authority is, but Pulaski County Sports and Entertainment Authority and the county's Sports and Entertainment Department. I'd have thought that was the same thing. Anyways, have evaluated opportunities to revive racing, working closely with members of the local racing community, as well as representatives from NASCAR, the IHRA, and others. So I'm told that they do not have a person in place um, to be the head dog or whatever, the general manager, the promoter, the whatever. I'm told they do not have anybody in place yet, but they will. um, and and I'm told they have a smart tour date already. And that they will have like 6 races for 6 to 8 races for um, local divisions. So, and what those local divisions are and how they go about that, I don't know. I can't see a world in where they run late model stock cars. They may run limiteds and call them late models. That would be what I would assume. Um, but what about other divisions? I don't know. They had ran Pure Four there in the past, Pure Four and UCAR, not Stock Four. Um, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do for divisions, mini stocks, mod fours, whatever they call them up there. I don't know.
Well, like I said, that you said was a stupid comment. I hope they put somebody good in charge and they butt out.
I hope they don't. I would like to see them go Facebook Live to let the authority determine disqualifications and appeals and all these on. They should have a Facebook Live and let the authority decide on track penalties too. I think that would be great.
Let's let some, let's talk about this. Let's let some sports authority kid that grew up in Pulaski, his dad smokes meth. He went to Tech for a year and a half and took one class of sports marketing 101, and they hired him on the sports authority team. Let's let that dumbass make decisions. This is a great idea. I love trusting racetracks with government officials. Nothing can ever go wrong.
Yeah. I seen a comment from somebody talking about, the I'm not gonna say unlimited funds of David Hagan and the Motor Mile Group not being able to make it work. I mean, obviously they had some good years, but I mean they were losing money hand over fist. Um, how's taxpayers gonna take losing money, losing taxpayer money, their money. I mean, if you're into racing, cool. But if you're not, well, that's not so cool. Um, so I just don't know. I don't know how this is gonna go. You know, I don't. I'm not a part of it, so I can say that 100%. I'm no part of anything they're doing up there, and I'm glad that they're opening, but it's had nothing to do with me. I'm not involved in any way, shape, or form. So
I don't, even with unlimited funds, that can help 100% if they have the right stuff in place there. You could still mess it up tremendously with unlimited
yeah.
funds.
Well, I think if they don't go in with um, the right divisions, the right 4, maybe 5 divisions, and leaving out late model stock cars, I just don't think that there's a place for late model stock cars at any racetrack anywhere. Yes, I know South Boston and Langley Speedway have, a decent division of those, but I don't think there's a place for that at Motor Mile. um, I think Limited's got to be their top division, and that's the only way they could make it work. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to be pessimistic at all. I really want to be optimistic for them about how it can work. I like Motor Mile or Pulaski County or whatever you want to call it. I like the place, but I just I don't know, man. I can't see a world where this works out like the racers hope and pray that it will.
I mean, obviously, no matter what, it'll be badass with the tours coming through. I mean, I went to the Smart Mods there whenever they last raced there 3 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome. If they can get the car store in there, it'll be awesome. The problem is the weekly show. Like, are they? That's what worries me. Are they going to let the person they hire do his thing, or is there going to be somebody in the sports authority or whatever it's called trying to tell them, no, well, we don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
You can't do this. You can't do
Yeah.
that.
I think Sports Authority is a store where they sell, sporting goods. But I get your
Whatever
point.
the hell you said. The water authority.
Yeah, whatever it is, whatever it is.
I don't think they're
Yeah.
ready for because there's gonna be 100 pissed off racers, and they ain't gonna talk to the promoter. They got another person to complain to. So now they're gonna call the Parks and Rec office.
Yeah.
Whoever's in charge, and they're gonna realize how much of a bunch of crybabies these racers are.
Yeah. I don't know if WJ's talking about you or me or the guy they're going to call, but he said, "Poor fella."
One of us.
Yeah.
I don't know who.
Yeah. John Campbell said, "Will that hurt the car count at FCR?" Who the hell knows what the hell's going on there? But
At FCR, the car count's pretty. At FCR, the car count's pretty annihilated.
Jesus Christ. Oh God. WJ Altizer said all of the above. He feels sorry for all of us. Me, you, and the dude getting the calls. So I mean me too. Me too. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how the Pulaski County Motor Mall thing's gonna go. I don't know what they can do to revive it. And that is a and man, I'm not saying this because I'm on the dirt side at the moment. But I can't. I don't see a world where asphalt racing makes any any reasonable comeback anytime soon. I don't see where that could happen. Do I think that when Motor Mile or Pulaski County or whatever the hell it's called now opens, um, I don't. I I mean, I think they'll have the kind of car counts that they had 2 years ago or 3 years ago or whenever the last time they raced was. I don't see it being a whole lot better. I mean, I want it to be, but I don't see it being a whole lot better. I think
It,
asphalt racing's just got a lot of problems, and I don't know how to fix most of them. I don't know.
asphalt racing is going to take somebody with a tremendous set of nuts on them to make a huge change and to take the first step that everybody else is really scared to do and do some major rules changes, major, maybe all brand new divisions type deal. And it's going to be hard to get it to catch on, but I feel like that's the only way you can save it.
Yeah, I mean, it probably needs some sort of reset. I mean, Adam Lawrence has it figured out. I think he said, "I know what they can do to revive it, fill it with dirt." Well, and I say, he's got it figured out, but I don't think that works everywhere. I'll be honest with you. I joke about Franklin County, and while I think Franklin County could be successful as dirt, I don't think over time. I don't think it's any more successful as dirt than it is with asphalt. Little by little, maybe, but not a lot. And it's not the perfect facility to change to dirt. Now, Motor Mile could be. I mean, the layout of the facility could make that very easy. But you know, great example. You got With up there. Um, not bad mouthing them in any way, shape, or form, but they struggled for car count this year, and I don't. Where are they going to get cars? They pull a few from Princeton, pull a few from With, pull a few from Beckley, pull a few from Motor Mile, pull a few from Ararat, pull a few from Oak Level. It still probably won't do anything. Uh, I don't know. John Campbell says asphalt racing is the dying sport in Virginia. It's not just in Virginia, but and it's not everywhere. Some racetracks are. I'm not gonna say they're as good as they've ever been, but they're still good. But they're not all, and I
I
don't know
don't
what they're
think as
gonna do.
a whole it's dying. I think the current iteration of it, yes, is dead.
Yeah. Well, once upon a time, uh, it really started to take off in 1982, but it started in like 1978 or 79. There's a story on Race 22, a defunct website, but you can go check it out. There's a story on there about the history of the late model stock car and why it came about and what it did for local racing. Um, it
It's exactly what's going on now.
well, no, it's the opposite of what's going on now. Nobody has done anything to fix it. That's ultimately the problem. I think Dominion took a step,
But
with
that's what I
their
mean. Right
deal.
before Dominion, did that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think there were some other tracks that tried some other things, and Barry Wilson. I got his comment on the screen. I mean, he's not wrong. He said bring back the true mini stocks and the true street stocks. I mean, that's true in theory. Not a lot of those cars exist anymore, unfortunately. Um, I'm sure there's more of them than we realize.
Look, these old heads don't want to, admit it, and I get it. It kind of sucks. I honestly think that front wheel drive is going to be a huge part of the sport going forward.
I would agree with you, but I think there's an inherent problem with front wheel drive racing. The way they sound is not appealing to a lot of race fans. Um, the way they race, people don't like it because they can get into one another and they get a little sideways and they can drive out of it. Um, there's some things that people don't like about front wheel drive racing that I get. I'm one of those people. Change is good. I appreciate change, and um, you know, I think that all racing's good. I don't care what it is, except sprint cars. I'd rather not watch them. They are very exciting. Don't get me wrong, but I'd rather not watch them because they got to be pushed off. I mean, they can't put a damn starter on a damn car. That drives me insane. But
You know what I
um,
thought about doing?
what?
Let's do some Miatas.
Listen, that Miata race that they have every year at Martinsville,
It's a
which is a
badass.
road course series. It is. It's an absolutely badass race. But I don't think that those guys, with what they spend in their cars, can sustain racing on a local level that way. I don't think they can beat the hell out of their cars like that on a regular basis.
But that would
But
be
could you
the
imagine
only
that race at South Boston or
well, it'd
Franklin
be all
County? Oh my God. Hickory, Orange County, Tri County, Newport, Kingsport. Oh my God.
but
Holy smokes, it would be
my point
amazing.
is though, with rear wheel drive stuff, other than the Miatas and the Crown Vics, name one other car that's readily available that you don't have to spend $40,000 on. There is no.
Well, I, I don't know about that. I'll tell you who had a great idea and it never worked. And some people will bash me for saying that it was a great idea because they don't like it. But the whole idea of the Nissan Sentra, class that Ace Speedway tried to create.
I thought that was a joke when I read that the first time.
Well, let me tell you, any division that you can take that has a lot of cars and you can put one car in a division, like honestly, like so, stock four is more or less an ecotech class. I mean, yes, there's some other things in it, but more or less it's an ecotech class. Um, and I think it works because of that, because it's mostly an ecotech class. I think if it was only an ecotech class, it probably work better, to be honest with you. Crown Vic, same thing. And I think any car you can do that with. I mean, look at what um gosh, Cletus McFarland's done with the what is it, Nissan Maximas, Sentra, not Sentras, but Nissan
Ultimate.
Maximas, Altimas, whatever it is. There's a ton of those cars, and they're cheap to find, and you can just go race them. And I think that's what it takes. You know, that's what it takes to have some good racing. Wilt Maxey, before we get too far along, he said it didn't work going to dirt for Lonesome Pine. Well, there's a lot of reasons for that, and I'm not sure the dirt had anything to do with it, and I'm not sure the asphalt has anything to do with why the asphalt hasn't worked out there. Adam Lawrence said racing is getting hard in dirt and asphalt. Yes, it's down everywhere. It's down a lot more in asphalt than it is in dirt. But it's just part of it. John
Yeah,
Campbell,
well, time out. Getting
Oh,
hard for dirt. Dirt guys are like, oh no, we only have 13 late models tonight. What are we going to do?
yeah, I mean,
We're
you're
over
not wrong.
in Franklin County like, hey, Jimmy Mullins is the only super showed up. What do we do?
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, at least the winner showed up, So, um,
And technically, whatever car showed up was the winner. The winner showed up.
yeah, I understand. John Campbell said politics has hurt a lot of things everywhere. I mean, maybe.
I don't think it's politics.
Yeah. Robert Austin said, let's be honest, Motor Mile is a nice facility, but it's boring and has been for years. Yeah, they've had their moments. I mean, they had a stretch in 2019 where they were trying a lot of gimmicks, and unfortunately, that's what asphalt racing needs is a lot of gimmicks. And that, like, and I'm not saying anything negative, like at Franklin County this year, but the lack of competition cautions and inverts and stuff played a role in the racing not being near as exciting as it could have been with the cars that were there. And yes, the racers hate it and blah blah blah. Racers hate everything you do. It don't make a damn what you do. You just got to do whatever is going to be the most entertaining to the fans. Because at the end of the day, if they're not sitting in the seats, it don't make a damn how many cars you got or who's there or anything else. You can't run a facility on the racers alone. So. But in 2019, Motor Mile had a fairly successful run, I think. Um, you know, that season with a lot of gimmicks, and I think that's something that you got to try. Of course, Robert here, he's all about these sprint cars, so he said that's the most badass cars in motorsport. They are. Put a damn starter on. 'em. That's all I can tell you.
Of course. Like I like,
Um,
I don't.
yeah, yeah. Local short track drama and news. Y'all's favorite racing page is here. Glad you're here, bud.
I'm pretty sure their favorite racing page is the one they're watching this podcast on right now.
Yeah, well, Cotton Rigney, can we run offset chassis in Super Street? No.
Hell no.
He's asking for a friend, which means he's asking for 10 millimeter. So I don't know. Robbie Young said, "Well, the Meeks bunch would get into Miatas." And there's no doubt. I mean, they got 412 Crown Vics over there. I'm hoping one of them just shows up at Oak Level or Ararat.
I'm telling you, dude. If I really was running Motor Mile and I had the unlimited government funds,
Yeah,
be honest.
yeah. I don't
Let's
think there's
try it
any
out.
unlimited funds to be had there.
Well, you give it.
Um, Barry Wilson, he's on the Noah Hinchee train. He said a mini truck race would be great.
I don't say. See, I've changed my tune. I told Langley that like 2 years ago about running S10s and Ford Rangers and stuff.
Yeah.
I've done half convinced myself to do a full size V8 truck division where you let them put it on either coilovers or let them cut the springs to lower the whole truck down and run them.
Mm. Yeah.
You don't
I
like
don't know.
that?
I mean, listen, anything could work. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of trucks out there, so maybe. I don't
That's
know.
what I'm
I
saying.
think
Name other than a Crown Vic another V8 rear-wheel drive vehicle that's readily available other than trucks.
probably ain't. Probably
Nothing.
ain't one. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Austin Willard said, "Is the Super Street tire rule H500, AR500, or Hoosier?" Okay, so the tire rule is Hoosier G60s or American Racer H500. That's Super Street tire. So get you one of those. Come race with us. Barry Wilson said Rangers and S10s are everywhere, and Mazdas, Nissans, and Toyota too. So 10, 10, 10 millimeter. Yeah, that's an inside joke. But Sharon Kirby, she said, "Hate that I will miss the 14th, but I sure am looking forward to the 15th." I hate you're going to miss the 14th too. Was looking forward to having all of your photos from that day. Glad to have them on the 15th as well. So
Sharon, June 6th. I'm diversifying her portfolio.
Brandon Crawford says, "If Motor Mile is going to work, they need an off the wall class." I totally agree. They need something different. I think everybody's got to be thinking about something, especially asphalt tracks, man. And I'm not harping on asphalt tracks. I love asphalt tracks, but um, I think they need something different. I think Cletus McFarland, yes, he's a big name, guy, and he's got a big following and all those things. And yes, that helps his deal to work better. But at the end of the day, you got to do something different, and he's doing different. And that different is what works. And I totally agree with you, Brandon. Totally agree with you. And Barry Wilson is right. Cheaper, the better for everyone. I try to tell people all the time. People go, well, I tell you, Austin Williams is a great example. He told me, he's like, man, I'd really just like to run a 602 late model. And I'm like, you don't realize that you're in one of the cheapest classes that are in racing right now. And I mean, it's expensive for what it's worth, but I said, you're in one of the cheapest classes there is. And the more it costs, the the less fun you will have. The more it costs you to race, the less fun you're going to have. Scott Foley, another great example of that. He, he is, been at Ararat the last two races. And he said that it was the most fun that he's had at a racetrack in 30 years, just because it's cheaper. If you bend something up, I mean, he got airborne, in the last race. Him and Sam McKinney got together, just accidentally. And he said there's a big difference. Those guys, came over to talk to him after the race. He said, on asphalt, he coming from that, he's expecting them to want to fight. Well, these dirt guys, that's not their mentality for the most part. I mean, I know Rod Washburn's watching, and he can attest to at least some people's, thinking about trying to fight. But you know, these guys aren't all trying to fight. They aren't all just mad when they get to the racetrack. That's the one thing I'll tell you about dirt that I find is totally different than asphalt. I've been in these drivers meetings and talking to them, and at the first of the year I want to talk to them about, hey, you need to have fun. This is for fun. We're here for fun. Well, they're already there for fun. I didn't need to tell them that. Somebody need to tell these people at the asphalt tracks to go have some fun, because they're not having any fun. They get to the track, they're absolutely miserable. They want to get into a pissing match with everybody there, the promoter, the tech man, and everybody else. And that's just not the case on dirt. That's the one giant difference that I would say between the two cultures that I think keeps dirt racing more successful. Maybe I don't know if tires play a big role in asphalt, so I'm not discounting that at all. But I think that's a lot of it. Robbie Young said, "Hell, if those steel blocks
Hold it
keep at
down.
$4,000 a race, that was a lot right there. Keep at $4,000 a race, I'll have to get a steel block. Robbie, you won't have as much fun. Just stick to your Crown Vic, your Super Street, whatever else." Adam Lawrence, I was at the shop when that inside joke came about. I don't know why he had to take 410 millimeter. Brandon Crawford, we run at Newport Speedway stock 4. We are changing over to Seha rules. There are a ton of them cars and cheaper than Pure 4. Absolutely, dude. Seha is the way to go. I mean, um, I think that we had a stock 4 division, at Franklin County when I run there. Me and Eric Bishop came up with the rules, and it kind of brought UCAR racing back cheaper, which same principle you're talking about there, and it worked for a little while, and then kind of the rules just kind of slowly had to be changed, and things got out of hand, and
West ruined it.
well, I'll let you say that. But totally agree. I like Seahaw's rules because they allow you to do some things, but keep you in a box as well. And I know they're kind of vague. I know Barry Wilson's watching or was watching. He'll be bitching about how vague they are, but I really like them. Jeez, man, that's a lot.
Sorry.
It's those Pepsis are getting to you there, bud.
I held strong for 46 minutes. They're
I
kicking.
mean, listen, you did better than I thought. I mean, for sure. But Brandon, I'm glad to hear that y'all are switching over to Seahawk rules. Now, is that at Newport? They're switching over to Seahawk rules. Is that what they're doing, or are you going somewhere else to race?
He's just saying that because that makes more cars available for him.
I mean,
Say hi
certainly.
ain't
I
cheaper
mean,
by any way, shape, or form than stock four. There's just more of them.
I didn't say it was cheaper. That's
No,
not
but
what
he did.
you missed. You missed the whole premise of my conversation. So. Brandon Diver says, "I've had way more fun in my little stock 4 than I ever have in the mini stocks, and I can build a whole new stock 4 for the price of one of the motor." There's no doubt about that, buddy. Ain't no doubt about that. So John and Emily Coe said, "Hate that I won't be in the big race, but at least I get to watch my car go round and round." Yep, glad that Travis Covey going to be driving for you there. I'm sure he'll do a good job in the car. Brandon Crawford said, "Yes, sir," at Newport. That's good to hear. I think Seahawk rules coming to asphalt would be a very good thing. They had a Seahawk race. I don't know if you know this, Brandon. You may very well. They had a Seahawk race at Anderson Motor Speedway earlier this year, and I think they had 29 cars. It was a sanctioned race and went really good. They were worried about the welded diffs and whether they held up. Well, the guy that won had one, so don't think there's a big deal there. Yeah, I don't. He said I ever bitch. He maybe only ever bitches at anything that I do. Yeah, probably. Oh no, he meant never. So yeah, sure. Barry Wilson said 2016. I had less in my mini stock front wheel drive than most had in their mind. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that.
And when
Langley.
it's way cheaper, you can have way more fun.
Oh, no doubt about it. Nathan Wheat said, "Langley, you need to ride around with Noah in the propane truck." And I'm not riding around with him
I
anyway.
don't know what's
Okay.
going on. I keep seeing this dude around everywhere. Like every job is delivered to the house next to it every day.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's because he's everywhere, dude. They're everywhere building houses and
I
putting up
will
houses.
say, what is it? Roanoke Homes and Renovations. Is that what?
Yep.
Them boys throw up a house in about 2 weeks flat. I ain't ever seen some shit like that in my life.
Oh, they do. They throw them down, bud. Ain't no doubt about it.
I literally drove by one a couple weeks ago. Nothing there. You drive by it again, and you're like, they've
Yeah.
already moved in and had 2 kids. I mean, what the hell happened?
I mean, sounds about right. Sounds about right. Um, Speaking of Seha and front wheel drive and cheaper racing, cheap cars, relatively cheap, anyways. And they're racing for $10,000 to win at Ararat next weekend, not this weekend coming up, but the following weekend, the 14th and 15th. Got an open practice on Thursday night, 5 to 9 p.m. And no, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you ahead of time since you're bringing a car. It don't work like it does at Franklin County when it says 5 to 9 at 9 o'clock, 0.01, they'll be out there tearing the place up. So
We'll
practice is over at 9 o'clock.
slide right by them.
Yeah, I don't think you will. I don't think you will.
We'll be out there like Charlotte, so we'll be.
Listen, it won't be worse. It'll be better than that for sure. But if you need any information on the 10K, you can go, what the hell was that?
Cough.
Good Lord, man. I thought you died. I switched off the screen. I couldn't even see you. And I was like, man,
I
that
got the
dude just
damn
died.
whatever his sickness is. That's why I'm drinking some Pepsis tonight. For everybody wondering, I got screwed out of my whole weekend.
Oh my God. Anyways, you can go to araratbullring.com, click on 10K front wheel drive race at the top. We got a whole, event hub here. It's got the rules, entry form, schedule, event format, entry list, pre-tech checklist. If you haven't checked that out, you'll know what we'll be looking for in pre-tech. Me and Barry Wilson and Timmy Hilton worked together to make that. So we got about everything that we can, look at there. Ticket prices are on here. Event merch is available on here. Kim's been trying to get all that stuff out. We were hoping to have as much of it out today as we could. We didn't quite get as many packages out today, so tomorrow morning they'll be rolling out.
That'd be the ugly camera view.
Lord of mercy.
I'm on 2% here. I just realized it.
Oh my God, this guy never charges his phone. I've never seen a guy who never charges his phone. Holy
That is
smokes.
not. This is my phone with my I voted sticker. I'm on Jordan's iPad.
Oh my God, never charge your iPad, never charge your phone. I got you. I understand.
Usually it's charged. I picked it up today. It was dead.
Yeah, sure. Joey Scott chiming in. He says he's got a couple Cavaliers for sale. If anybody wants one, as long as they're Ecotech, somebody will probably want them.
Looks like $4,000 for him now. You can also thank Wes for that. He destroyed the market of Cavaliers in this area.
Robbie Young, the Enduro will be right after the 10K race. So, well, not right after. We'll have some pomp and circumstance in Victory Lane, and then, be there. Adam Lawrence said, "I'm broke. Can I get in for free?" I mean, you sound like everybody else that messages me.
You should make a stipulation. The winner of the 10K race, if they can race with the Enduros and survive the whole race, they get another $5,000.
We're not. No.
Why not?
No. Well, I mean, if you're putting up the money, we'll talk about it.
And
okay?
whatever Enduro that takes them out, if you can take them out, you get $500.
Well, then they're not making it through that. I mean, let's just be honest.
If
I mean, Wes Gibbons is planning on being in both races, and I mean, either way, whether he wins it and moves on over there, or whether he's in the Enduro in his Crown Vic and wrecks him then. So I mean, that's no.
Either way, it'll be fun.
Oh yeah, I mean it'd be fun for sure. Also, in addition to the 10K, we've got another race coming up, the Dirty Turkey Derby. It'll be Thanksgiving weekend, so fill up on your turkey, and ham and all the sides that Noah had at his Thanksgiving last year because he didn't have any meat, or I didn't have any meat. One of the other.
I forgot we did that. We got that again.
Yeah, the turkey draft. Yeah, we'll do that in a couple of weeks. But we got the Dirty Turkey Derby coming up that weekend, Friday and Saturday. Got the entry form up. It went live tonight about 7 o'clock, and then the ticket prices, divisions and rules, weekend schedule, entry list, event merch, all that stuff will be up here soon. You can click on Dirty Turkey Derby on araratbullring.com. Get all that information. The Ridge Runner Rumble late model series is the headliner that pays $4,000 to win. Now Daniel's Auto Glass added $1,000 to it. It was going to be a $3,000 to win. It's going to be a good one. You got 602 mods, 602, 604, crate late models racing together like we have all season. Enduros, stock 4 sport compacts, which is like SCDRA type rules, Crown Vics, and Super Street, which will be kind of a hybrid of the Super Street rules for next year at Oak Level. Nicholas Priest says, "Can't wait to get back to Ararat on the 28th. Can't wait to have you, man. You had a good run going the last time you were there, so hopefully you can
Ran out of town.
get another good run." And you don't even know what happened. I mean,
I have no idea.
that may have
I've never
happened. I
heard of
don't
that guy
know,
in my life.
but definitely definitely had a good run last time. He'll probably have a good run this next time. Got two of similar comments. Wilton Maxey said, "Why is the Enduro rear wheel drive only?" And Robbie Young said, "Did you ever say why you made it a rear wheel drive Enduro?" Well, if you were there for the last one, you can kind of figure it out. Okay. Um, the West Givens SI, parade was not very interesting. So that's one thing. And two, the Southern Nationals, the Ray Cook Southern Nationals, they've been doing 2,500 to win rear wheel drive only enduros all season, I think, and they've had some pretty good success. And I think maybe that's a way to get some of the faster cars out, that are just dominating these races, and allow the races to be more entertaining and more selective on what cars you have. So you can call it the West Givens rule if you want to, or you can just say, that it was because, they've been trying that out this year.
Sounds like
and
a
it's
perfect
worked.
time to bust that Camaro out.
I don't know. I don't know enough about cars. I'm not a car guy. I don't know if the Camaro is a rear wheel drive or front wheel drive. I have no idea. I'm guessing it's rear wheel drive. I'm assuming. I really don't know.
It's a rear wheel, but I don't know how much
Yeah.
power them V6 ones. Them V6 ones,
Yeah.
they still got power.
Yeah. Well, he
It
was
might
at
be
the
a little
last one. I
too
don't know
much.
what happened to him. Maybe he'll tell us, if he just stepped on his Johnson or what happened the last the last race. Then see. Barry Wilson in the comments, he said, "Think Noah is about to lose a ung." I think he means a
I'm
lung,
about
but
to. I need to get like one long coughing spree to get it out, but I'm trying to back. I'm trying to press it.
Wait a couple minutes before you do that. Okay, save that for save that for the post show. You know what I mean? But yeah, got quite a bit of good racing coming up at Ararat 10K. Man, I tell you, there's so many people that don't even like front wheel drives that have told me, "Man, I'm coming to that 10K. That's going to be a great race." So hopefully we have a big crowd. I'm expecting it to be a good crowd. Going to be a lot of people in the pits, a lot of cars. I think we could have as many as 25, 30 rear wheel drive enduros. From what I'm
Where the hell
reading,
is parking them?
some of them are going to be parked at your house and drove over to Ararat. So
That far?
yeah.
Hey, we all leave together. They can't pull you all over.
I mean, that's true. That's true. Robbie Young said that let's just say that ABS fuses need to be unplugged on dirt. Well, at least you know that now, and you can get it done. Adam Lawrence said, "Tell them, Robbie, you fitting to find out." Dale Steele coming in says you can't beat that meat. Of course, he's talking about our sponsor, Lauren Yoder's Custom Meat Processing, sponsor of tonight's episode number 84 of the Pit Chatter podcast. I'm glad Dale said that so I could get another sponsor plug in. I don't know if you know this or not, Noah, but I get $500 every time I say Yoder's Custom Meat Processing. So
Yeah, I bet. I'd love to see.
your cut is in the mail. So if you just check the mailbox, it's in the mail.
You don't even know my address.
Well, maybe that's why you hadn't got it yet. You need to update your information with me. Okay, that's all I can tell you. You need to update your information. Let's see. Anything else? Any other topics that we missed? We talked about Pulaski County. We talked about the crap show at Charlotte. Talked about the 10K coming up. Talked about the Dirty Turkey Derby coming up. Anything else we missed?
The car store's ruined.
Oh God, here we go. This guy. All right,
Look,
give us your opinion about the car store and how terrible it is and everything else.
I know everybody ignores what Terry says because he's kind of went off the rails.
Where's he at, man? He's not even on here tonight. Where the hell is Terry Radford at?
He probably had to take a break from talking about Dale Jr., but He is right about some things, but to be fair, I said this 2 years ago before I even met Terry. It's turning into ARCA, so there goes our last, not our last, but our best late model tour.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, ARCA West has been Car Store West has been ARCA for years now. So
Yeah.
I just don't. They've done added in Nashville. Next year they'll add in another big track and then another one and then another one. And then the only real short track race they do will be Hickory for their throwback.
I mean, you might be right. I don't know. I mean, I don't like the trend and the direction in which it's going, but I ain't paying the bills there, so I don't know.
Stupid. I don't like it.
Yeah, we can tell. We can tell. Jimmy Ray jumping in. He said, Pulaski County Motor Speedway, it's about time, as I released the info weeks ago. Yeah, he did, on the show here 2 weeks ago, I believe, maybe 3 weeks ago. He was talking about it. I kind of, just passed him off. I knew more about it than I could, talk about, but I just kind of passed him off, But, definitely, knew something was coming down the pike. Had talked to a couple people and, we'll see.
Now that it's out, can we talk about the original rumors that were being spread at the beginning of the year? About
What is that?
Somebody that was maybe looking at taking over?
Oh, you talking about Dale Jr.?
Yes.
Yeah. He's it's all the time people are always linking, cup people to, these failing racetracks, how they're gonna come in and save the world. And so I guess that's what we got this time. I don't know. I mean,
somebody told me, I think it was a guy that I delivered to down there, that Jeff Gordon was looking at buying the dealership itself and was going to take the racetrack with it years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I mean, I was at Franklin County the other day, and I don't know if you know this or not, but William Byron was down there. He was at the track looking over the place, and he's making a formal offer to buy it. We can just go ahead and start that rumor right here tonight.
Okay, well, if William Byron wants to buy it, once again, the price just increased by about 40%.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen. Chris Cannon jumping in with another topic we haven't even discussed, but Ace had their big Ace race, or kind of big Ace race, or whatever it was called. I don't know. And Ryan Millington got disqualified, I believe, for illegal camshaft, which very well could be what happens to the winner of the 10K Stock 4, but that's a whole nother story. But I don't even know if you even knew about this other than what's been posted or whatever. But I don't know. I don't have any thoughts about that. I do know that so like the car store and a bunch of these other people, they use the cam doctor, and the cam doctor's good for certain things, but the cam doctor doesn't tell you everything about the cam. Um, 2016, I believe, Boo Boo Dalton protested Mac Little at Franklin County. And that's how I learned about the cam doctor. I didn't know anything about the cam doctor. And, we took it out on Sunday night and everything was good. And then, Mac Little was blowing up my phone the next day, and he's like, "Hey, let's just put it back in the motor and we'll take it to Jay Foley's and we'll, use the cam doctor on it." I already had it out. I was like, "Look, I'm into wasting my day." Me and Dennis Hall, we rode down to Hindrance, which couldn't even tell you how the hell to get there. It's almost in South Carolina, or just is in South Carolina, or something like that. And you know, we had it checked there, and it was illegal. And guy at Hindrance, I don't remember his name, but he told me, he said if they would have checked this with the cam doctor, it would have checked right. So that's a whole nother problem that asphalt racing's got, where they're relying on tools that can't tell them everything that they need to know, and allowing people to, cheat, or, bend the rules in places that they're not looking at. Um, so I don't know. I don't have any thoughts about Ryan Millington getting disqualified. I hate it for him. It wasn't even his car, so he probably didn't even know. But it is what it is.
I don't know nothing about that, but from what I've gathered from people talking about it, is that he was the only one they pulled.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother thing. I don't know how that works. I don't know how, if that's the case, I don't know.
That's real weird if they're going to award a win to somebody off a DQ when they never checked his stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I've seen and what
I did read that today, so I don't know.
That's real weird.
Adam Lawrence says, "See y'all at the BullRing next weekend, fellas.
Gonna
We'll
be
be there.
back.
I'll be there bright and early Thursday, I guess." Wilton Maxey said, "Franklin County Speedway, question mark, question mark, question mark, next season." That's a good question. Noah, what you got?
You know what I got.
Bud Light, that's about it.
Langley will be there. He'll be square.
Jimmy Ray said, "Can't wait to see the car store at Newport Speedway. Hickory is not the greatest surface." I mean, Hickory's great.
Which makes it great.
I love
Let's just race on all brand new asphalt so we can have single file follow leader bullshit races. Good idea.
Listen, Newport's a great track, so I'm not going to discount anything they're doing. I am excited for the Newport car store race. Sure, I'll get to see some replays. I got 37 damn racetracks I'm running apparently next year, and I'm not going to have time to watch them when they're live. So, I mean, is what it is. Robbie Young said, "That's the best running rumor mill. It is rumor mill. Next rumor, Wesley Givens going to put me in a car for the 10K race. I mean, he might for sure. I mean, no doubt about it."
Would if you asked.
Adam Lawrence said, "Lord Dennis Hall." Yeah, and I had him driving, and needless to say, we got lost. We couldn't. Google Maps couldn't even get us to this place. Okay, I had to call the guy and get him to tell me where to go, and it was a wreck. Adam Lawrence said, "I'll be there later Thursday. I have to work the real job at least half of the day." You have fun with that. I don't want one of those real jobs. I'm not interested in those. So
it better be a banger because I'm taking my last vacation day of the year on Friday.
All right, here's you some information. So Chris, does the tires there at Ace, I think still. He said they checked the cam in the car and it was wrong. So they checked Blake Stallings, it was right. So basically they used the cam doctor, I guess, in the car. And it was wrong in the car. And then, so they took the motor out of the 40, took the cam to be checked. So there you go.
Okay, fair enough. Like I said, I didn't know if it was true or not. That's just what I read earlier.
Barry Wilson said, "The blind leading the blind." I don't know if he's talking about me and him and Timmy, or I'm not really sure what he's saying.
That statement could apply to every single topic we have talked about.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I don't know.
Specify.
That was definitely not not the best. I mean, it is a good comment for everything, just not narrowed down. Anyways, we're 10 minutes over almost. 8 minutes over. We're getting out of here. That'll do it for episode 84 of the Pit Chatter podcast, presented by Yoder's Custom Meat Processing. And I guess we're going to get the heck out of here. I said that 3 times this show. So, Lauren, I'm expecting my check this week. $1,500, $500 a read. Got this. You want something else read? We'll read it. That's a good sum. That works out good. Works out really good. Hey, before we go, Barry clarified. He said Dennis Hall was the blind leading the blind. He's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. He's not wrong at all. So, Jimmy Ray said, I don't know why I'm in the damn comments over here. I done left the damn show, done the out, and I'm still over here doing ignorance. 4 huge races this weekend. Ararat, we don't race this weekend. That's next weekend. Caraway, Hickory, South Boston, then Newport on the 29th. Florence, 2 big races coming up. Tough decision this weekend. We'll go wherever you want to go this weekend, Jimmy Ray. Come watch the Stock 4 World Championship next week. Dale Steele, we're going to end on you. You said it's the best time of your day. I don't know why you enjoy listening to us 2 idiots, but we appreciate you doing it. So, all right, Noah, episode 84 in the books.